Buddy, welcome back to the Aesala campaign. Last we had left off with our players, we dealt with a little bit of tension with a certain leader of the area, plus some revelations of one's backstory. Uh, Anything I'm missing out of that? Oh, and you guys did a beer run.
Whoa.
Fountain run,
I
really, but
Yeah,
hey.
mean,
fountain run, but
Also, I got to make a deal with the devil using someone else's souls, so that's cool.
yes, you did. I think that's everything, right? Uh, oh, and we got really awkward dad moments that I absolutely loved. Because, spoiler alert, I love chaos. And more importantly, I love having awkward dads in campaigns because I'm already
you
stuck
know,
as group grandpa half the time or group dad. So it makes it funny to me. Because, I'm old.
It's the opposite of
Momo's
a
older,
Pokemon
but
game.
I mean, Pokemon, there are no dads.
Except Ruby,
Except
Sapphire,
Mr.
Emerald.
Mime.
I
I
mean,
hate you. I hate you for that joke. But you're not wrong. All right. So, last we had left off, you guys were camping outside the home of Smork and Toad, borrowing some tents from them. Um, Treek, when you go to wake up, you wake up to a lynx kind of cuddled on your chest from your meditation.
Just shrug and just let it sit there as I sit and wait for day.
T, you also were taking the second half of the watch after a certain individual came to visit.
mhm.
But yeah, so the rest of you
My
all
owl's always watching.
always
That's so concerning.
watching. You don't say.
Always watching, was that I was saying.
Okay. How have I not done a Riz character? Gross. But yeah, you guys wake up. What do you guys do with your mornings as you wake up?
I spend the first part of my morning casting spells, as you do.
I send out a panther.
Fun.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
it's a murderer.
Or no, it's a giant badger, never mind.
Oh, even
I
better.
just read the chart.
Less of a murderer.
I would like to go to the tree.
Over towards the dragon.
Yeah.
You see that quickly early this morning there are quite a few people gathered around the tree immediately.
Great.
Living around here, would I know why there's gonna be why there's a weird amount of people around the tree?
They're tourists.
Oh right.
You know, especially like early in the morning, they like to go bother the dragon because they're like, oh, this is the big showcase of the city is going to see the dragon because unlike most of the other ones, he's kind of out in the open. Most of the others either have like castles or small abodes that they have so they are kind of secure at times. He honestly does not give a fuck. He's just, especially like in the early years, lately he's kind of gotten to the point of like, will you leave me the fuck alone?
Does he openly have that face right now?
Um, as you come up closer, he is in dragon form now. He's give me an insight check.
I'm doing that too. I want to know. Oh, that's an 11. I don't get to know shit.
17. You're a good die today.
He's faking sleeping right now.
Oh, little bastard.
That's so relatable.
As you hear like a million people trying to ask him questions, and you see where were you? As you see Oz, the changeling, standing up front, currently in the form of a minotaur, just trying to kind of give that big, kind of booming voice to kind of get people to listen. I apologize. The dragon is currently sleeping. I need you guys to just give him a little space. He's not answering questions. If you guys want to use any kind of imagery to get pictures with him, that is fine. He's sleeping. He's not answering questions right now. If you continue to bother him, you will be barred from the area. And you see, Trey, you have like a stupid high passive
Yeah.
perception, right? You see
Yeah,
kind of a
I do.
small smirk come across Zodus's face, the dragon.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
he is.
But yeah, there is a small crowd there. What's everybody else doing?
I mean, I guess at this point, we should at least attempt to address what we're here for.
What were we here for again?
I mean, I assumed
There's-
that we came here because someone was on the list.
Well, technically, someone's on the list here, but
Oh,
we also there's also fairy circles that we could go visit down by I can read, I promise. Hold on.
Down by the shore where the watermelons grow.
The port.
Oh, so yes, technically. Got it.
So is that where you guys gonna head?
Where I thought we planned to head.
Once the crowd goes away, I want to attempt to approach the dragon.
You're gonna be sitting there for a few hours.
Yeah, that takes a while.
Do I see her trying to like approach the dragon here?
She's not being stealthy about it.
Okay, so I would like to cast message at the dragon. Hello?
It does not go through. You feel the spell dissipate.
Anti-magic.
I wonder
Sorry,
why would they
I
put that
tried.
around a dragon?
It could be emanating in itself.
It could also be something to protect the dragon from any assassination attempts.
Or, just let him sleep, considering any magic wielding traveler can bother him.
All of these
Yeah,
seem
they-
pretty reasonable.
He has protection magic from things like message and all that. He gets a target of spells a lot because he's the only one of the dragons that likes to be open and let people see him. Well, what, quote unquote.
Do you know around what time he'll be less of a showcase?
Maybe in a couple hours. It differentiates. I know he gets time to be by himself and do business, and I think I think the tiefling makes everyone the changeling make everyone leave. Changeling makes everyone leave every once in a while so he can get a break from people.
Okay.
So should we head to the fairy? Well, I mean, the fairy circles. Gosh, that's the word.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. And I'll lead them to the fairy circles that I'm hopefully know where exactly they are.
Give me a history check.
Yep, this is what I was afraid of. And that's blocked, so I don't see what that is. That's a 9.
9.
Yeah.
You
Would areas
remember the
know where
area.
they are?
Therius, give me an Arcana check.
He's attuned to Fey magic, so
17.
17, you can feel the pull of the Feywild.
Same.
Because it's less prevalent than, like, Aesala, where it's everywhere. This is kind of a little more, centered.
I feel stuff that way.
Let's
I'm following
follow
the
it.
crazy fairy.
Probably
Terrible
the better-
decision, really, but let's go.
Ooh,
Reluctantly follow.
Sean.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna go wherever we're going. I've taken care of the business I need to take care of here, so wherever you guys want to lead, I'll follow.
So, unless anyone's saying otherwise, you guys head towards the port. As you get closer, as you guys start to go through, after you guys get out of the burrows, you start to see the coffee shops again, and people outside them giving out free samples. There's one every about 50 to 60 feet as you guys are walking. And the people kind of almost annoyingly start going, "Would you like a free sample? Would you like a free sample?" as you guys walk by.
Damn, I didn't prepare silence today.
Um,
Arius is gonna point to Quentin. He would.
Oh, would you? You see, they bring out a little saucer and put it down
Dear.
for him.
I don't like how they were prepared for that.
Neither do I.
The fact that this place is full of druids and rangers.
Fair enough.
Nope, I'm still not okay with that. I'm a druid and I'm still not okay with that.
But no, they put down a small saucer. And,
Should we get a cat? Should we get a cat saucer for him?
I
probably.
I mean, hean, he's a badger.
No, I mean for Creek.
Please don't. Dear God, why?
Ouch. Ouch. But you see, the individual seems to tap on an emblem on their neck that has a small dragon symbol. And you see, he seems to communicate with the badger, asking how many creams and sugars he would like. And customizes the bowl for him. Is somebody going to carry the bowl, or is he just going to drink it here quick?
I'm guessing I can't carry it with mage hand, so
No. Yeah. It is a sample size, so it's not very heavy. It's essentially
Mage
a
hand
paper
then.
bowl. So the badger's only like half paying attention to where it's going. I'm going to need a d20 roll from you, Rob.
okay.
Imagine what if you wild surged on that.
13.
13? I mean, he's running into people, but after a while, people kind of just are like, oh, this thing's just not paying any attention. Of course, most of the people aren't paying attention.
I mean, it's a honey badger. It's not like he cares about things as unimportant as people.
I mean, you right, because honey badger don't give a fuck.
I respect the badger.
We love badgers here. But you guys arrive at a small fairy ring.
So anyone want to go through?
Yeah, I don't see why not. What's the worst that could happen?
We all
That's a
go
Yeah.
a
to
legitimate
Feywild and
question.
can't get
What
back.
what's the worst?
There's a lot that.
What's the worst? Let's see here.
We end up in the Feywild and can't get back.
Oh no, that is by far not the worst.
I had a feeling.
Jump in and get swallowed by a plant? I don't fucking know.
I mean, that could happen. Could also somehow come across an Arc Fae, because I have no idea where this leads. And
Oh dear.
some Arc Fae are not friendly. Or we could just run into a powerful Fae that turns us all into bushes.
Do you want to just
Where we,
go?
where we retain our sentience.
Do you want to just go in then, check it out real quick, and then come back?
So my question is, are you not also a Fae and therefore able to, I don't know, maybe undo some of the chaos? Oh man.
I mean, I've never tried to undo it.
Oh. Yep. Nope. This is. Oh wow.
Oh, trust me. You know those scary fairy tales you hear about fairies?
Yeah.
Almost all of them are 100% true.
Oh.
Oh, yes, because that's a big quill off my shoulders.
Do you want to just go in, Therius, and look around for a minute and ask what you can, and then come back and tell us what you got?
Sure.
I mean, I wouldn't say all fairies are
Oh,
pure
dear.
chaos.
I didn't say all fairies were.
Who is this?
But not all
Where
the
are they coming
stories
from?
are very true. You turn and you see a very tall, very clearly a fairy. He has very large wings, but human-sized, long, white hair, very porcelain skin. I take personal offense. I very much believe in the ideals of order.
Insight check.
I don't think fairies can lie.
I'm still doing it. It's an 18. I know
In
Faye
theory,
can't
they
lie,
can't.
but Treek doesn't know that.
I mean, I've lied to you guys a couple times.
You see no lies in what he says.
Okay.
His intentions, whole nother animal.
I bet.
So, little one, you attempt to go back to the Feywild. What's your purpose
Just to
there?
figure some. We're trying to figure out some stuff about this whole hunter business.
That individual. How problematic. The courts seem intent to catch him. But if you would like to do so on our behalf,
Oh, we were already looking into it.
I'm sure Master Greypool would not mind the assistance.
Greypool?
Yes.
Great. Wait a minute. Greypool? That's okay. This is out of character, by the way.
He
Man, I
One of
haven't
the
heard
newer
that name
court
in a good
members.
while.
You know him.
That was out of character.
Oh.
I know the Warrior series.
So, I assume you are on the hunt?
Well, we were about to be, and then we made a sidetrack to here.
I wouldn't call them exactly a, we'll call it ragtag, to be nice. Kind of looking over all of you. But you'll do. So, your name, young fairy?
Therius.
Hmm.
I hail from Prismere.
I see. Well, if Natasha sent you, tell her that the treaty is still good as of until the hunter's gone. We'll deal with everything else afterwards.
I will let her know if I see her.
Thank you. If you need in any of the fairy circles, just put a little note, toss it in, address it to Cyrus.
How do you spell that?
Cyrus.
The who?
I
I'm
had to
sorry.
fuck with you, Cyrus. I had to.
Correct.
I needed a minute. I was like, what?
I had to. I couldn't resist.
Welcome to the Sunday campaign, where
Oh
the
my
ghost is
God.
named Sam.
It's so funny. It's even funnier because Sam joined afterwards.
It is. And it hurts.
This one I did on purpose.
Every time I still fall for it. It's when it's just Sam and I look up, like, from what I'm doing. Like, what the fuck?
So, if you're looking for the hunter, he's not here. He's not come to Omniwood, hence I'm pretty open about who I am. I have no fear here. Omniwood also does not seem to be his jurisdiction, is what we'll call it.
He's a hunter. He shouldn't have jurisdiction anywhere.
Territory, sorry. I'm still getting used to the common tongue of mortals. But
Do you have any interesting information on this hunter?
other than the fact that he's come eerily close to the court, to the point where many of the individuals of the court are putting quite a high bounty on his head.
So he has balls. Got it.
Not always in a good way.
I didn't mean it in a good way.
Then you're smart. No, to mess with something so ethereal, so warping of reality, it is unsettling, the fact that he thinks that he can play at, I wouldn't say God, more someone out to kill. Something that can't be controlled. But I have a feeling you guys seem to know a little bit about what's going on here. Otherwise, you would not have come to the fairy circle.
Bits and pieces. We've heard some things, well, in a city that name I don't remember. I've been told it about 5 times and it slipped my mind every time.
I don't have the map pulled up.
Then we got a little bit of information from Baba Yaga.
The old witch lives. Good to know. So, if you find this hunter, preferably alive, but even his head is enough, and you can either rescue or at least recover the bodies of any of the fae that he has captured, there is a reward from the courts. Just depends on which court you decide you want to gain the favor of. No court is willing to share a hostage, to say the least. But that is to your discretion on which court you decide to please. If you find him, of course. That's the first task, isn't it? Until then,
Dude,
best of luck.
thank you for
mortals.
the information.
It's not always safe to go through a fairy circle you don't know what goes through. But you would know that. You watch as he steps through it.
This is why I asked beforehand if anyone wanted to go through without explaining anything.
No.
I had a feeling there was trickery afoot.
Oh, we got information. And now If any of you didn't want to do it before because there's no reward, there's now a big bounty.
How many courts are there?
Well, the two main ones belong to the Summer Court, which are split into the Sealy Court and the Unsealy Court. The Sealy Court is more the friendlier Fae folk.
Rob,
not
you would
gonna
know
say-
there's 13 court.
I know, but I'm just
Oh, okay.
saying the main.
More so just so you, Darius knows. I didn't know if you
Yes.
didn't actually know.
I know.
I would hope so.
Then the Unsealy Court is the other one belonging to the Summer Court. They are more the chaotic, malevolent Fae folk. And they're kind of both at odds with each other. But there are 13 courts total. Those are just the main two. It's the... Where I'm from, Prismere, its leaders Abilna, Natasha, Big Will, whatever you want to call her. She does not belong to a court. So it's never really been a main priority of me to learn about them. I know that the Sealy Court has Oberon and Titania, the supposed fairy king and queen. But other than that, I don't have too much information.
So, are we off to pulling up the world map? Don't mind me.
Aesala
Aesala. Yeah. Are we off to Aesala then?
seemed the best place to look for a Fey hunter.
Okay. I should probably let my parents know that I'm leaving, and then we can head off.
Okay.
I'll head straight to my parents' hut.
As you guys head towards the burrows, you see a large crowd has kind of gathered around the kobold area where you guys had the flea market the previous day.
Could Quentin be done with the coffee by now?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
You see Treat kind of like start gripping his hand tightly, and he pokes it forward.
You see a very large. As you get closer to the crowd, you see a woman standing above it. A half-elven woman. Treek, you would immediately recognize her as Nyaz, standing above. With the accusations being found to be true, we have decided to take into custody until further evidence is shown for Smork and Toad.
And Treat will just. Do I have any volume enhancing spells? Hold on. Fuck, I don't. Treat will try to make his way to the front stage and just yell, "What accusations?"
Give
What is
me
going
an
on?
athletics check.
I've got you.
Oh,
Hold on.
Enlarged.
Oh no!
so
Here we
Treek,
go.
you're large.
I look down at Therius, and for the first time, this is how he looks like genuinely, like okay with this. He goes, "Excuse me," above everybody.
Speak of the devil, as it may be.
Okay, that's rude. And second of all, what accusations are you talking about?
There are accusations that your fathers kidnapped you. Or the men who you would seem as your fathers.
Kidnap me? Have you seen my parents? They're like the most kind-hearted folk. They did not kidnap me.
Kindness does not uh, take away any fault here.
And what
Do
proof
you
do you
remember
have
your
that they
time
did
as a
kidnap?
baby?
No, but rarely anyone does.
Well, your family is looking for you. They have been for 15 years.
Statute of limitations.
Does that even exist?
Probably not.
So your fathers here are currently under investigation, which by technicality, we do need to interview you if you don't mind coming into custody as well.
Oh, God, Darius, please unenlarge me.
Okay, Darius is gonna unenlarge you. But Darius is also gonna go over who's this father? Who's the family looking for him?
Thank
They
you.
are a powerful family out in Freyshaw, where his fathers are known to have taken him from.
Powerful family. What family? Can't be that powerful.
They are known as Torbella. They're the family that does a lot of the creation for that side of the world.
Shit. Shriek would kind of just pause and go as pale as possible. Kind of shake a little bit at the mention
You
of the
seem
word.
to know this,
It's,
Shriek.
no, I just.
Would I know that family?
Yes, you do.
Okay, can you spell that for me?
Torbella. Cyrus, you would also recognize the name.
I figured.
I get,
And for context,
They literally are master machinists that have made machines of war in the past and have moved on to other things. Is how I'm going to put that. So
And
your face.
what sort
Go
of
ahead.
proof do you have that they supposedly kidnapped him? And not, as they have said, found him. What's your proof?
A family's missing their child, who matches the same timeline description as when Treek was found. You see, she kind of has to rethink his name.
that's rude.
Why
Why
need
did
to
you
DM
say
you
my
something.
name?
So you're forgetful in details, from what I'm seeing.
It's awful
What do you-
convenient this happens right before an election.
That too.
Do we have eyes on Treek's parents or his dad's?
Yes, they are right behind Nias, just
Right
in
behind.
handcuffs. Sam, question: did you have a birth name for Treek? One that his birth parents would
I
have?
actually do have a
Okay.
birthday Shriek.
That's what I was actually about to DM you.
Oh,
What is it?
wait, no, if you have one, I want to see yours. Hold on, I want to see.
I don't have one. That's why I was DMing you.
Oh,
asking
you were
if
about to
had one.
ask me.
Yes.
Okay. Let me look through my notes.
Just because that's the reason she paused. She was going to call you by your birth name. But she paused for a moment.
Oh yeah, that's the name I had written down here.
Okay.
This one. I myself can't pronounce names that I give myself for some reason.
Anon. So, Anon Torbella, your parents would like to see you if you don't mind. See, she
Would I
kinda
even
has a smirk.
recognize that name is the problem.
You do not.
Exactly. Okay.
But you do feel a tinge in the back of your mind.
That is not my name. My name is Shriek Starblade.
It's your stolen name.
I
I
was not
share with you your
stolen.
birth name. Well, the dragon will decide their fate, not I. I am
Our
just an
our
elected official.
dragon or Freyshaw's dragon?
Hmm. Actually, because of the issue of intercontinental issues, neither. One sec. Where is my notes? I just had them up. I have too many
Similar.
things
Is that
open.
who is
It will go
directly
to.
behind Shriek?
Would have stepped up to give you support.
You would almost notice Treek trying to like almost instinctively run the fuck back, but he's holding back everything he can right now not to run away.
The topic will actually go to Niloda, the Topaz Dragon, as they are truly neutral in this topic.
No.
It is where you were just from Umbra, where you guys were just at. It's the Topaz Dragon, the true neutral dragon.
Oh, I read the name wrong. Okay, now I know what we're talking about. Okay. Um. Oh, and are you going there now with them?
I mean, that was the intention.
Uh,
Unless you have any reason that we should not.
Do you know
Shriek is.
Stone of Truth?
I don't have it prepared. I didn't think I needed. I'm usually told Faye don't lie, and I thought that's all we were doing today.
I'm gonna look back at the party. Does anybody have Zone of Truth?
I do
No.
have a variation of sorts, and I'll take out the truth soup that Baba Yaga gave us.
Hey.
Do we want to use that now, though?
In
Yeah,
order
you
to
wanna
clear
hold
your
on.
family?
It's the soup. It's not gonna last forever.
That's true, and I do want to clear my. Don't do that.
This is up to you.
You see
Because
the
you won't
guards
let your
start
father
to
do it.
take your dad's away. Nayaz
If you-
Hold
comes
on.
directly up to you.
T,
Wait.
when you look back at the party, V's not there. V has been trying to make his way on the other side of this, trying to flank the guards and the dads.
Listen. What if. Can we. Nayaz. Can
She's
we.
almost right up to you. Yes.
Can us, you, my parents, it may be guards, if you don't feel comfortable, just go in a separate area and talk privately for just a second?
Anon, this is not just a family matter. You do understand this, right? Your fathers are pillars of this community. And knowing that they could do something so horrendous.
We have a soup
Horrendous.
made by Baba Yaga. A truth telling soup.
Yay.
If they drink it, they will be forced to tell the truth. If you have this proof, then you wouldn't mind a little truth telling
Interrogation.
or on conflict of interests. You want to clear this up, correct?
Yes. But you are not a neutral party. You are biased in this, are you not? Do you not have a
But
say?
Baba Yaga isn't.
How do I know it is Baba Yaga's? There's my
Do
question.
you have an identify spell?
I'm not magically inclined.
Well,
Do
let's
you
do
have
this in front of
anyone-
the dragon then.
Oh dear.
He should be able to tell whose magic it is.
She kind of smirks. Yes, let's.
Oh dear.
And you
He's stupid
all,
to do this in front of him.
Oh, this is gonna go great.
Oh, always.
You guys all start to walk up. V, as you're kind of looping around, and the dads are then pushed forward as you kind of like get right behind. You're like, shit.
I'm gonna try to stay close to them.
Give me a
I'm
stealth
also-
check.
Okay.
Come on, me.
That's a
Come on.
21.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, you are not noticed.
And I know this is a long shot considering I just rolled that, but I'd also like to try to maintain some sort of eyesight to the party and just wait for a signal if I gesture
The
that.
crowd is literally following this as they are getting bigger as
Okay.
word is
I
getting
mean, with my passive perception, I can technically still see him.
out. Barely, and that's only because you
Barely
know what
by
he was
1
doing.
point. And yeah, because my passive is a 22. I can barely see him.
Well, if I probably can't see you, so I'm just
Yeah,
gonna,
you definitely
I'll stick
cannot
close.
see the party. It's probably
Okay.
gone from about a 100-person crowd to almost 300, and it's getting
Okay.
bigger.
Dear.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stick close to the dads.
So
This is what she was
with
waiting for.
this large crowd of people gathering around, I'm going to go ahead and take flight so that I can, first of all, not end up in the mix in the crush of bodies, because that's too many people.
I
But
agree. It gives me anxiety visualizing
Yeah,
this.
no.
yes.
I feel like
She's
trees
very
right now
much like,
thinking about
oh god.
Times
But
Square.
I'm going to be
Oh, God.
more or less kind of trying to stay above the rest of the party members. Um, but I'm going to be trying to visually track what's going on with Tariq and his family. So, attempting to maintain line of sight with them uh, over the crowd of people, just in case, because I just feel like there's a power play being made here. And this, with a large enough crowd, it would make for an excellent opportunity to accidentally just murder somebody.
Murder is not going to be on her mind. If it is, I'll
It
be
better not
shocked.
be. If it is, Shriek's gonna go ape shit.
No, I mean, that's possible. True. But that's not to say that there isn't another assassin in the crowd somewhere.
Fair, I'll give you that.
So you
So
arrive
I'm going to be
to the
overhead.
tree. Oz looks very confused at what's going on. Nyaz, what is the meaning of this? Well, you see, recent revelations have shown that these two stole their son when he was a baby, not found him.
Supposedly.
You
And she
see,
refuses to show the evidence.
Allegedly.
you see the dragon kind of cracks its neck, starts to get up, kind of shifts for a brief moment, and then takes human form. What's going on?
Nayaz is accusing my parents of kidnapping me.
Is that true, Nyaz? Yes. Recent accusations from the Freyshaw family, Turbella, have shown that not only were they there during the time their son went missing, but they come here with a child from that time period and have made no attempt to prove that he is theirs, because obviously he is not. He's not a kobold like them. Very
You can see
clearly.
Shriek like kind of recoil from hearing that statement so bluntly.
So, what other explanation is there? You see, Zodis kind of looks at Smart and Toad. Is this true? Did you kidnap the boy? It wasn't kidnapping. It was, we took him. We did take him. He was lost in the city, no one seemed to be around. As they're talking, Nayaz immediately goes, "See, they admit they took him. Did you look for his parents? Did you
Will you
make an
shut up
attempt?"
and let them talk?
Hey! How about can
The
you
dragon
give me
looks at
this?
all of you.
I can. I raise my hand. I can make sure they're telling the truth. If you would let me. Um.
How so? The dragon looks at you.
I look towards T. We have truth-telling soup from Baba Yaga. If they choose, if they can drink it, and they will be forced to tell the truth for the exact amount of time a zone of truth spell would be active.
May I? He extends his hand
Oh,
out to it.
I look towards T. Give it to him.
I hand it over to him.
You see, he lifts it up above his mouth, breathes just a little bit of fire to heat it up. Nobody likes cold soup.
It's true.
Pops the top. Smork, I'm giving this to you. You are my advisor. One of my many. I know you
I
will
look
not
toward-
lie to me, but I do also know that these are grave accusations. He hands it to Smork.
I
Smork
look
drinks
towards
it.
my dad, and I mouth the words "Do not resist."
He drinks it.
Because I resisted it. I know you can do this.
You see, Nayaz goes, "So did you or did you not take the boy?" We did take him. And did you look for his parents? We did not. We were fleeing the country. We found the boy. We just took him. We did not think twice. We thought we were saving him. We did not look for any parents, any kind of connection to anyone. We were running the country, thought it was in his best interests. We did not think of repercussions at the time. We
DM.
thought he was. Yes.
Didn't they always used to tell me they found me on the side of the road?
Yes.
You can see Treek's face and his facial expressions kind of just shatter.
We were fleeing the city because we were not comfortable with what was being done there. We found the boy crying in the street and thought it was what was best. We made the decision to, as we were running, take him with us instead of the potential of him being abandoned. We did not look for his parents. So you admit that you took him. No attempt to find any kind of parents. No attempt to figure out if he had a home. We did not. So
What else do you remember about that day?
I remember that we had just left a very important meeting, Todd and I. We were helping with a chemical, with some of the mushrooms that I grow, and we weren't comfortable when we found out what it was being used for. So we decided to take our research and run. But as I said, when we were running, we arrived at the alley, found the crying boy and crying Tariq, and we took him. He
Was he injured? Was he malnourished? What do you remember when you found Treek?
He was not malnourished, but he did have the gem that he's always had since he was baby. At first, we thought it could be potentially a sign from a dragon or something else. Since then, obviously, it has grown into more. I'm sorry, Tariq. I don't mean to give your secrets out, but I must. So no, he did not seem to be. He was. We found him in a small basket. He had a blanket. He had nothing else giving him any kind of indication. But Toad and I were running. We did not know what else to do. We didn't want to abandon the child. So we took him. We did not think twice. The dragon kind of looks. You understand that I cannot just turn the other cheek here. You admit you took him, you made no attempt to find his parents.
Dragons don't have cheeks. They don't stand upright.
He's human. He's in his
He's
human
in a
form right
human
now.
form.
Appreciate
You
the
also
joke
can't
though,
turn-
Momo.
That joke
You also
does
can't turn a
refer to
cheek.
someone's cheek as far as like their face.
You also can't turn a cheek about how this supposedly came out as elections are going on, and as they told us the story last night. Something is going on.
No matter the issues behind that, the truth is still there. Is it not?
They found an abandoned child who has a curse on him. I'm sorry, Drake.
Trick kind of
But how
looks
do
up.
we know his father's how do we know that his family didn't put that on him? They were saving him. And the fact that this woman is outright abusing her own power?
What's the Emerald Dragon's name?
Zodis.
Sodus. You can recognize draconic power, can't you? Draconic magic.
Of course.
I'll lift. I'll like pull the my chest down to show the crystal. There's blue dragon magic in here. My parents, my Smork and Toad couldn't have done this. They saved me. They did not kidnap me. Drake starts to like kind of cry.
Zodis kind of leans forward. This isn't just the blue dragon's magic. This isn't only my sister's.
Who else is it?
You watch as his eyes go green, and you watch as a literal rainbow of light shoots from Treek's chest.
Ooh, pretty.
It's all of ours.
What? How is that possible?
Whoever put this
Meaning?
in you took bits of our essence and put it there. This is much bigger than we thought. Niaz, while I'm not going to question where you came with this information, only because the information is true. Smork and Toad, you will not be arrested. Because you did think you were doing the right thing. I do ask you step down from your position. That is what I think is best, considering the accusations. You see a giant circle goes out and starts to push out anyone that isn't Toad, Smork, the guards, Treek, Nayaz, and anyone who has spoken up during this. Anyone else gets pushed back as this.
You could have just asked us to leave.
So it's me and T in the circle right now. Oh jeez. What is happening?
This is a dome of my creation. I need you all to understand. I am maintaining the peace here. Nayaz, this play you are making, I do not respect it. But you are also within the rules here. You have shown that what happened is true. Toad Smoke, you have been great companions to me these many years. Tariq, Anan, whatever I call you, I'm sorry that you are put in this position. But it is nothing Nayaz said is untrue. By technicality, your fathers did take you. This is my way of showing face that I am not being favoritist towards my people that advise me. If I were to let them walk away, knowing the accusations are true, what would that say about me? Nayaz very clearly has a smirk on her face that Zodis very much kind of want. You can tell he kind of wants to just slap her across the face and wipe it off, but he's literally avoiding it.
You see Sterius on the outside of the circle. Do it, do it, do it.
What? But what? Who will have who will have control over the burrows then?
It will be decided by the individuals that live there. Nayaz, you get no more say here. You have your section. Your businesses may run well, but they do not run there. I need the two of you, T and Treek, to give me perception checks.
Yep. That's an 18.
19.
You see as she walks away. For now. So, Smork, Toad, I hope you understand this is nothing personal. Smork kind of looks. I know. I know it is not personal. I know this is just. I hate to say it, it is the way of business. And she is a businesswoman and she's good at it. It's not just business, it's politics. And I don't like it any more than anyone else. But as a ruler, I have to play the game. I don't need an uprising here.
The guards, are they his guards?
Yes.
Sir, there's. And nobody else can hear, right? That's not in the dome?
Correct.
So she's gone out of the dome.
Yep, she walks out.
Okay. Sir, there's one more thing we need to discuss.
Yes.
I fear you may have misunderstood me last night.
Oh.
I am not trying to threaten you.
Well, I'd hope not. I mean, I could, in my other form, eat you in one bite. I mean, kind of puts a hamper on our relationship, does it not?
The group that I was a part of, they are trying and may succeed in threatening all of you.
And what group might that be?
And I am drawing a fucking blank right now. Excuse my. No,
love
I
it.
have it.
Hold on.
Okay.
While you're looking for
Star-
that, can I?
I got
Alright.
it. Star of the Dragon.
The church.
It's not a church. It's a monastery. For she who must not be named.
I'd act surprised, but whether I like it or not, when my parents split the world because of my brother's death, I took in a lot of people that I probably should not have. But the world was
They're
divided.
in this city.
I know, sadly. But what am I to do?
They drive them out.
My
You
city is
realize it
known for
probably has something to
refugees.
do with Treek.
My city is known as a home for refugees. When the world
They're not
split,
refugees.
some of them were. Some of them were people lost that found a shepherd that is problematic. We'll call it that. When a sheep is lost and the shepherd is the problem, do you kill the sheep or do you eliminate the shepherd?
I'm working on it.
You kill them all. You just bring
You
them back
kill-
later.
Sean, I love that that's literally Car's entire like ideology.
Literally.
It's so funny. You see, Oz goes, sir, we do kind of need to wrap this up. People are starting to talk outside. Yes, I know. So,
What
They will
what
go
happened?
after you.
What happened to my parents?
nothing. They will continue their business, but they will just not be the foundation of the borough. They will not be my advisors. They are free men. They can leave if they choose. You see the guards kind of unshackle them and they immediately run up to you and hug you, like apologizing.
Before they can come up to him, Shriek will step back away from their embrace.
They both kind of look confused and hurt, but a tinge of understanding in their eyes. And they kind of hold each other's hands.
Not right now. Not right now. And Shriek will kind of just like put his hands to his head.
You see the dragon puts down the dome and immediately people start rushing forward and he goes, away. Go get some free coffee from the shops or something. Go away. And you see they kind of, some of them kind of linger, but others are like, oh, this probably not a good time. But there are people that linger and there's people that start to like question you, question your fathers. There's a couple people that run right up to the dragon, which he pushes back and then takes his draconic form once again and goes back to pretending to sleep. You hear people grabbing at you. So, are you gonna go home and find your birth parents? Did you know you were stolen? How did you not know? And just
Right, people,
You're gonna see a
back
mage
the
hand
fuck up.
slap, bitch slap that person.
You're. I almost just cast a spell. Thank you, Therius.
I start
Don't
pushing
single
people
me out.
away as I
Yeah,
No,
I
saw
mean,
tug at Shriek and say, "Come on, let's go."
He'll follow without any resistance. Yeah.
I have my arm over him, like guiding him away from people.
You'll hear him whisper in Celestial because you're right next to him. They lied to me. Why did they lie?
so I'm gonna
It wasn't the
backtrack
full
quick
truth.
before I forget. So the rest of you see Niaz leave the bubble and start to head towards the port.
okay. Quick question, because I didn't ask this before and I should have. Was that bubble opaque perchance?
You could see into it.
Okay. So
So if you could read lips by technicality, you would have heard everything said.
or
That's
at
my
least the
feat.
people facing me, so I
Yes.
would have been able to read their
That's
lips.
my feat. That's what I can do.
But no, I didn't take that. Instead, so would you say it's safe to assume that I can see Tariq is pretty shaken up about
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
revelations and everything?
100%.
All right, so I think when she's leaving, because I know she's one of our marks, correct?
He
Yes.
did say that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think I'm just gonna make a mention to the rest of the group down below. I'm just gonna follow her, see where she goes. I will send word by way of my raven if wherever she ends up. That way you can catch up with me later, or if the decision is to leave it for now, then you can send it back with a message to just come find you. Because my Raven has the mimicry ability, which allows it to copy speech, including my speech, so it can literally just talk to you.
Well, it's dangerous to go alone, so take this.
I swear.
You
Okay.
see Darius throw a thing from the bag of tricks.
Is it gonna just
Take a giant
transform
elk with
into?
you.
Oh, for fuck's
Oh,
sake!
fuck's sake.
That's the opposite of stealth. How am I gonna fly around with this?
I want it noted. By the time that Carr went to go find V, he was already gone trailing Niaz.
Okay,
and is
don't take
beyond this.
Don't take that. Take this one, maybe?
It's another one.
It's just another giant elk.
They're in the middle of this serious
No,
conversation. There's a
it's-
giant elk outside.
Take this badger.
So
Actually,
you are now
let him
trying
go-
to carry a giant badger.
Just
Let him
fucking.
go with him.
You know
Yeah,
what?
but he can burrow.
I'm just gonna fly. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll catch up with you later.
I was really
And
hoping
so-
for the panther, but
I can tell you kept throwing that
Murder
shit.
puppy. But
puppy.
look, Murder Kitty doesn't sound as cute and cuddly. It
I
sounds like a
disagree.
real thing.
I
Like
mean,
Murder Kitty is too much like an actual cat.
If
You know?
Danger
The panther
Kitty
did kill
is
someone,
not
so-
supposed to be petted, why is it meow meow shaped?
Oh my
Exactly.
God. Blazing meow
But
meow
anyways,
shape.
so I'm going to, because this area is mostly like natural parks and the like, correct?
The
Yeah.
burrows? Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to follow from above the treetops, trying to, maintain a good enough line of sight on her so as to not lose her while simultaneously, hopefully staying out of her notice.
Alright. So, V and Car, I need stealth checks. Car at advantage. You have disadvantage on your perception check to keep an
I
eye
just
on
want
her.
to point out that
That's
there was
fine.
just a crowd that I just unleashed a giant elk into.
Oh yeah, people are like freaking out about it.
I have a 13 for my
Oh,
stealth.
boys.
Rolled poo poo. I got an 11.
As long as they go away, it's fine.
Well, I mean, you could just ask the giant elk to lay down, and I promise that would disperse the crowd.
Yeah, that's true.
There might be the
Midori,
wailing
lay
and
down real
lamenting
fast.
of people as they are crushed, but
Doria, can you just like curb stomp like half of them?
Remember, he can understand common.
Oh God, no! I didn't say that. Trink is panicking. He didn't say that. You heard nothing.
You see Niaz kind of goes into one of the larger coffee shops. That's a large toadstool.
I've decided that this is Starbucks for the record.
Spoiler
just
alert,
Google
it
Starbucks.
is.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I was about to say. I'm pretty sure that actually is what it is.
Bar
What's going on
stocks.
with my keyboard?
You guys, as you guys are following her, figuring out where she is, you see she comes out with 2 coffee cups. Well, if you're gonna follow me, at least have a drink.
Fair enough. So you know what? This is completely asinine, but it's gonna be funny in my head. But never mind. It has components, so it wouldn't work right.
If
Well,
it's got components that doesn't say a gold amount, you can use an arcane focus.
No, it wasn't that. I was just gonna sip her coffee while ritual casting feign death on myself. So it seems like, but
I respect
obviously,
it. I fucking respect
That's funny.
I hate
That's
it, but I
fucking-
respect it.
Cool move,
because
though.
there's like the verbal and somatic components, so it would be obvious that I was casting a spell.
Fucking, that's what you said.
But like,
Just
I just
sipping the
thought that'd be
coffee while
hilarious.
gurgling.
Yeah, I have
For
to. I
10
have to wait
minutes.
until I get the subtle spell.
She literally walks up to you, V, and hands you a cup. How many creams and sugars? You look like about 2 cream, 3 sugar?
I give her a hard glare and slap the coffee out of her hands.
Be
I drink tea.
disrespectful.
D
And I
is my
walking
favorite
away.
right now.
I'm gonna continue flying above her.
She holds it up. You look like a Just Black.
And with that, I'm going to alight and in a haughty tone be like, "Oh, because it's like my soul."
I was gonna say you look like somebody who studies a lot, but sure.
I resent the accuracy of that statement.
So yay or nay on the coffee?
No, I've got my own drink, and I'm just gonna pat my water skin on my side, and riddle me. Correct me if I'm wrong, T, but you were there at the lycanthrope fountain, correct?
Me?
Oh God, no. Who is
V.
it? K?
V.
V,
Me?
sorry.
One of the fucking alphabet people.
Fuck you!
I think by the time you got there, V had left, actually.
Yeah, no. When you got there,
Oh, okay.
Because
you
I
had to-
Okay.
fucked off. Yeah.
Nope, that's fine. I was just curious if you would have known the implication there.
She pulls it down. Well, more for me then. So how can I help you boys today? Come in. We can talk inside. No point in sitting outside. She holds open the door for you. If you're gonna follow me, at least have the decency.
How far away? I'm kidding.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'll walk in.
I'm going to slip my hand into like one of my outer pockets and just start fiddling around with something in my pocket as I walk inside. All right, fine. I suppose this is just as good.
As you walk in, this is the first time any of you have been in any of the coffee shops. It looks like a hipster coffee shop at its core. Not like a Starbucks, not like that sterilized, like full on hipster coffee.
Oh, like
bar.
the original Starbucks here in Seattle?
Yes.
God, I hate that place.
Salad. V, do you go in?
Yes, I would have gone in.
She pulls up a table with 3 chairs. I can tell you're telling me for your friend, right? I keep tabs in the city. I apologize if that makes you uncomfortable, but, you know, part of the business of tourism.
No, I'm following you for my own personal reasons. It has nothing to do with the family drama you caused today.
Oh, well, that's at least a little more comforting. Business proposition or personal? If it's personal, I am sorry. I am kind of entwined, we'll call it that. Mainly with work.
Oh, it's a matter of business as far as I'm concerned. I'm not so sure how you would take my job.
I mean, depends on the job. I mean, I'm always looking for new employees.
No, it's more like I've already been hired by someone, and you're part of that job.
That is one of the most subtle, just like nonchalant threats I've ever heard.
What's both of your
Dragon.
passive perceptions?
14.
Oh wait, mine's 11. I don't know why I rolled that. It's 11.
Let me roll my passive real quick.
Yeah, let me roll passive.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I'm pretty
Right.
sure that's how it works. You know, you roll 4d6, subtract the lowest, and then you add that to 10, and then divide it by 2, and then there's
Okay.
some multiplication.
So why
Oh,
are
gosh.
you here then? She looks over at UV.
CV sweat like if Dragonborns could sweat, sweating bullets at Car said.
Oh, absolutely.
To be perfectly honest, I'm not quite sure. I was just following you because you seemed rich, and that's kind of my game.
I mean, I am, but you don't get rich by letting fools follow you around. At
I'm
least
going
not
to
without a
take this.
purpose.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to just stare as hard as I can and be like, so your excuse for following her is what? You're a pickpocket, or were you get a mugger in an alley?
That was very
Out of
dumb.
character. Nah, he a gold digger.
As you say this, that would be very dumb of him. Are you that dumb? You don't look like you're that dumb, but you look like you're pretty dumb.
I'm not one to reveal my secrets, you know.
Smart man, then. Smart man. As I'm not one to do mine either.
So, quick question: this coffee shop.
Yeah, one of many.
How? No, I mean a question to DM.
Yes.
This coffee shop. How occupied is it? How are we talking about a bustling, busy spot, or is everyone like curled up in their little corners, writing on their scrolls, sipping coffee so they can claim to be a writer? Like, what's?
Ouch. There are two. I feel added. I'm sure Wiz does too. Damn.
Just a wee bit.
There are two baristas. There are 3 other patrons in the place currently chatting.
All right,
and as you kind of think about this and you're looking around, you realize the door is shut.
Oh, absolutely. That's perfectly fine. My question is, so there doesn't seem to be anything by way of security outside of potentially these 5 people in the building,
As far as you can tell.
as far as I can tell, and I'm fine with that. I'm just going to kind of look around. So I've got a question. Not to isolate you further, but is there somewhere privately we can discuss something? Because I have some information I am certain you would find quite valuable, but I'm not sure it's the kind of information you about yourself being leaked out to public ears.
Interesting. She looks at the barista, and the one comes from behind the table, half elf, same as her, and kind of like unlocks the door that you guys did not realize had just locked.
Wow.
I rolled an 18 on the stealth check on that.
You fools.
It's not what I'm wowing.
They unlock the door, and this time you clearly hear them unlock it, like as an intimidation thing. Like, yeah, y'all were stuck in here. They open the door and ask the other patrons to leave. They close it again, and this time they clearly lock it and go back behind the bar and start prepping a couple more lattes.
So, what's the most delicate way of putting this? And I'm going to.
I'm a
turn
businesswoman.
to
There's
you.
no reason for delicacy, unless it's
Well,
dessert.
I'm gonna look at Kay.
V.
It's like
B.
God damn it, you're good.
One day I'll reveal my name.
The letters.
Look, I
sure we
still
already know
won't
your name.
remember it. I was married. I was with someone for almost a decade, and I still forget their name. Like it won't matter.
He's notorious.
It's terrible. My life is a disaster. But anyways, I'm gonna look and I'm gonna be like, so do you think letting someone in on the secret negates their change.
Meaning,
I don't think so. I don't think there's a harm to it.
Okay, fair enough. Then I'll be rather direct and straightforward with you. And I'm gonna say this, like turning back to our patron here. So I don't need to know details, and honestly, I don't care. The affairs of mortals are fleeting and insignificant.
I couldn't agree more.
However, you have caught the attention of let's just call it an extremely powerful enemy. The kind of enemy that has connections in all of the planes, and they have put your name on a list of people that we need to fix. Now, that can be done one of two ways. Either we can remove you from the equation, which sounds messy, and honestly, it's a lot more effort than I anticipate it being worth. Or you can endeavor to be a better person. Now, granted, I'm telling you this with the understanding that there won't be an altercation here and now, because you gain nothing from it. We were hired by a godlike being to do something about you. If you kill us, he'll just send more, and next time you won't know their faces. So I'm trying to do this as diplomatically as possible, but if I do have to kill everyone in this building, I want to at least give you the opportunity to avoid that fate first.
This would have been a perfect time to have a giant elk ram through the wall.
Well, I absolutely respect your honesty. Personally, I am someone who believes honesty is the best policy. I should probably be honest with both of you then. I've been recording this entire conversation.
Well, luckily I've revealed no secrets.
No, but you did just openly threaten me.
I feel like it's less of a threat and more of a statement.
Does not change the implications, my boy. So, with that being said, she kind of straightens up and like changes her entire tone from like this insidious almost to a businesswoman. So, with that being said, I now have incriminating evidence against you, threatening to eliminate me. I'm not even gonna speak to you. You're not very bright. You kind of motioning over to you, Car. So, I'm gonna leave this up to you, as sadly you seem to be the brains of the operation. She turns to UV. Your friend talks a little too much. So, you get out of the city. You take Tariq. If you can get his dads out of here, I'd greatly appreciate it as well. Because as long as they're here, they're gonna cause problems. They're gonna pull sway one way or another. All I'm asking, I just want a couple shops in the boroughs. That's my goal here. It's nothing extreme. So you take them and you leave. Or I take this information, I take it to the dragon as proof that I'm being threatened by accomplices of Tariq, and then things escalate for him and his parents.
I can understand why you might think that's a reasonable course of action for you, but I assure you, if I have to, I will not only end the lives of you and your baristas, But
Cat,
afterwards,
just
we will walk out of here together.
I'm putting my mouth
friends.
over my hand over his mouth.
My mouth over
See,
his
you're-
mouth. Oh,
you're-
Yeah,
okay.
put your
You're
mouth
very-
over my mouth. Ooh.
Put my mouth over him.
See, you're the smart one here, kid. I'll give you that. So,
Wait,
we're gonna...
what part of the story did I just miss? Hold on.
You missed
Yeah.
the now sucks. You're gonna have to wait for the sequel. Anyway.
So new fan fiction coming soon.
Oh, jeez.
No.
So
You immediately
she goes,
know.
so she holds up a small rune. I have this recording. As long as you leave in the next 48 hours, I don't turn it in. You don't. I turn it into the dragon. Not only are you all seen as murderers and individuals looking to take someone out who has done nothing wrong, but
See,
that implicates that you made an assassination attempt on a rival politician, putting Tariq and his parents in greater danger. And I don't think either of you want that. You see the door.
what was
swings
the
open.
name of the individual that hired?
That hired you guys?
Yeah, I'm trying to
You got
remember
it as
his name, but it's
Bartholomew.
not Bartholomew. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead, rise to my feet, and give a curt nod and say, "Well, I'm sure Bartholomew will have other people deal with you."
She looks confused at
and
the name.
It's never mind. If you don't know who it is, it's because you're just not important enough to know. And I'm going to walk out towards the street and pause by the door.
As you pause by the door, barista is already holding out a black coffee to you. Oh, trust me, it's not poisoned. I have no reason to kill you.
I'm just going to
Can I insight check
ignore
from a mile away?
the barista and glance back towards her. I'll go ahead and convey the message that you weren't willing to change. And with that, I will take to the street.
V, she looks at you. Would you like a drink? They can customize it for you if you'd like.
I'm fine, but thank you. Listen here, I mean this as kindly as I possibly can, but he's a character. I wouldn't worry too much about what he said. I'll see what I can do with getting us out of the city. If you can promise you won't hand in that recording you have there. Which, by the
48
way,
hours.
is how does that work? I'm like not a magic-y guy, and like kind of
Oh,
gesture to swords.
I'm not either. My
Like,
baristas
what the
are.
fuck?
It's a magical recording.
Okay, interesting.
They could show you the rune if you're willing to pay. It's about 1,000 gold.
Who's they? Out of
The
curiosity.
baristas.
Oh, interesting.
Most of my
Well,
baristas know how to do it.
interesting. Okay.
It's kind of a prerequisite.
I'll remember that. Well, thank you very much. I will discuss with my companions, and if I need to contact you in some other way, is there some way I can meet up? Can I come to one of these?
Yeah, just go to any one of these and ask for me.
Got it. Thank you, and you have a lovely day. And you can kind of see the facade fading as he kind of starts smiling and just walks out of the store. And he'll just start heading back to everyone else.
Alright. So, Toad and Smork very, rush towards their home, kind of, trying to get away from the crowd.
Treek is going as slow as T is going. God damn, I'm doing it too. Thanks a lot, Carl.
We're gonna start calling people by letters that aren't even part of our
I'm following A to my. No.
Okay,
All
I'm
right, the one
following
that does
A to
stupid stuff
B
is-
to meet up with C.
The one that does stupid stuff is gonna be Q.
So that's
We're
me.
calling car cute. There it is. Yeah.
So as soon as I step outside, I'm gonna go ahead and send my Raven to find the group with the message just saying, I think this one won't change. And I'm gonna do some preparations. We're gonna have to scoot out of the city.
He killed him.
Hey guys,
Okay.
little birdie just told me it's murder time.
Do I see
That's
Car
an
out of curiosity?
amazingly accurate. So that depends. When we were doing our tour of the city and whatever, was there any particular area that struck me as really slummy or
Well, to be
uh
fair, you were only there for like the
yeah,
last
I
round,
was only there for part of it. So
So
which was in the high end district.
about the
nice.
most of it isn't really like heavily low end. About the closest is actually the boroughs, and that's more because they keep a more natural lifestyle, more so
Okay,
than
so
like.
that's fine. That's not what I'm looking for then. Um so I guess let me produce this. Oh, you know what? You never sent me over that list of names from the demon.
Oh, I did not.
But more or less, I'm going to reference it now to see if there's any information on there that I might be able to go and get some jobs done in order to procure some corpses. So, is there any names on there or any indication that shows someone may be hiding, or have they all scattered to the four winds?
You see, most of the names have have a city location tied to them. Only one is still here in Omniwood.
Okay. And what's the name?
His name is Trevor.
Trevor. The fact he doesn't have a last name, or presumably doesn't, implies that he is probably
A lot of them
common
don't.
folk. So I think I'm going to head towards the market. So depending on how long it took you to come out, I may or may not still be standing there, because I would have basically given my Raven the message to carry and consulted my list for a few minutes, finding a specific or like a person that would work, and then I'll head towards the market.
So yeah, you would see him.
I'm just gonna let a big sigh and kind of a side eye to him. I'm just gonna start walking back to the burrows where everyone else is.
All right. I'm going to
Head to the market. All right.
I'm heading to the market, yeah.
So, continuing on. So Toad and Smork kind of immediately go into their bungalow and start or yurt. I called it a yurt last time. I remembered.
Yeah.
It was a yurt.
Not
They
to
go
be
in and
confused
kind of
with the
Smork kind of immediately goes back into like questioning everything, and Toad stays silent and just starts prepping food. Just staying silent, kind of avoiding the topic. Treek, do you go in?
Would T take me in?
He is following your movements essentially. If you're moving towards the yurt,
T.
she would assist you, but if you stop, she will stop. She's not going to push you to go in or anything.
He'll just kind of first stand out like 20 feet away from. Are there people following us still?
There's a couple people that are kind of like trailing, kind of like whispering.
Oh, my intimidation shit.
Trust me, -2 or Treek would have said something.
No, I was gonna. No, I can't.
Treek, well, Treek's gonna enter the yurt because there's too many people. He doesn't want the people to look at him. That's how I'm role
Yeah,
playing
because
this.
people are 100% watching you guys.
Yeah, no, he's definitely leaving, going in the yurt because he can't. He doesn't want people to look at him.
Yeah.
Before I follow in, I'm going to pull
You
out one
see
of my
Mage
short
Hand
swords
flipping off the people.
and just
Yes!
stab it into the ground, stating, "You leave them alone."
Give me an intimidation check.
Come on.
15.
You know what?
Oh.
Never mind.
A lot of them kind of look around and kind of like skirt. Like some people were starting to loop around to like, ooh, let's listen. And they immediately go, nope. Except for you see, anyone who is outside the yurt after Treek immediately goes in. You see the Minotaur Oz, the changeling, comes up and kind of puts a finger to his mouth and then comes up closer and puts a sigil at the base of the steps going up into the yurt, and you guys see a small dome appear.
I just give him a nod and go into the yurt.
He puts his hand to his forehead and pushes it towards you. I hate
She
you,
has
Rob,
no
because I
idea
feel
what to
that.
do with that.
Treek kind of just sits on the ground, and there's a moment of just. Oh wait, are you gonna say something? Sorry.
I was gonna say, yeah. You see your dad, Toad. You know, Toad is not one for emotions, especially like in situations like this. He has no idea what the fuck to say. So he's just like, I'm gonna be silent and just cook. You see Smart kind of looks at you. I didn't. We did not think it would ever come out, or it would be a problem.
In Draconic, he says, "You lie. Why did you have to lie about how you found me?"
He replies back in Draconic. We thought that making it more fairy tale would make it better for you as a child. We just never got to the point of making it, giving the whole story, telling
What
you
else have you
everything.
been lying about?
Nothing. We have lied about nothing. Other than we did not tell you fully why we left Freyshaw.
Why did you leave Freyshaw?
We were making chemicals with the mushrooms. That was
What kind of chemicals? He kind of just like stands up.
they were made to twist people's minds. We didn't
Why were you
agree with
helping
it.
people? Who is making these chemicals? Why?
I think your friend V knows. It comes down to making better soldiers. They were twisting individuals, making them more powerful. When it wasn't originally what I was there for. They told us it was to rehabilitate criminals, to help them change their minds. When we found out what it was actually doing, we left. We took our research and we ran.
Treek is gonna do an insight check because of roleplay reasons. That's a 10. Oh Jesus.
Your dad seems very emotional, but he doesn't seem to be conveying any form of lie to you. It very much feels genuine and honest, but his speech is very shaky. But you kind of can assume that down to emotions.
You all this time, you why did you have to make it a fairy tale? Why couldn't you just tell me we found you and rescued you from the city?
Because it always made you smile as a boy. To say we rescued you and swept you off from the road. You loved hearing that story, thinking of, especially Toad, as this heroic individual. And Toad kind of like gruffs, like, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't enjoy it. We are sorry, Tariq. It was a bad decision. We should have, when you got older, we should have been truthful with you. It felt like it was never the right time.
And now it's my fault that you got kicked off the advisor, and everything is just going wrong.
It is not
Treek sounds
Treek.
like
Treek.
Treek's voice just started breaking.
You see Smork immediately comes up, grabs the side of your face. It is not your fault. Your father and I made a bad decision, and we, not you, didn't tell the truth from the beginning. If we had told the truth, none of this would have happened. It is not your fault. It is never your fault. Do you understand me?
Somebody else is behind this streak. It's not your fault.
Thank you.
Isn't it though?
Tariq. You see, Toad immediately comes up behind you and like grabs you by the waist and like starts squishing you. Like, you remember these big hugs from your childhood? This is it, but it's at a much lower level than you're used to. You're used to it being around your shoulders. My boy, I'm not very good at the emotions, but it's not your fault, right? Your father and I made some bad decisions when we were young. But the bad decision was never taking you. Our bad decision was not telling the truth. We love you with all our hearts. We would do anything for you. Our role as advisors means nothing compared to our roles as your fathers. As I almost knock off my dice. That's how you ruin an emotional moment right there. Smork they both kind of hug you around the waist because, awkward.
The hell was that?
Our regret is never you. Our regret is the lies we told. And none of it is your fault.
As this is going on, Treek's kind of like gripping the crystal around his chest and just squeezing it.
You see Smork kind of looks up and slaps your hand lightly. What did I tell you about touching it? Treek, you're going to hurt yourself. Stop it. And he grabs your hand tightly and grips it and then puts it to his mouth and kisses your fingertips. We love you. Harming yourself is not going to fix how you feel. Let it out, my boy. Just because Toad is not good with emotions, and you look behind you and you see Toad is like visibly crying, but like holding his face like to your back. So it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, it's okay to cry. Just because Toad doesn't show it, it is okay. We've always told you your emotions are valid. Have them. We love you. But harming yourself is not the answer. What's everybody else doing while this is all happening?
Okay, no. God damn it. Oh dear.
Darius. He's trying to give him faith because he knows something emotional is happening. He understands none of it whatsoever.
Yeah.
But he's like, kind of respect it. Also kind of want to see if I can make a rainbow shoot out of that chest crystal again. That's something for later.
As you are having this emotional moment, by the way, all the animals start to like come around and like huddle you and start to make a big pile of like fur and scales and feathers, just all like hugging you, Drake, including the lynx who's like reluctantly at your feet.
Mood.
I appreciate this, but we have bigger things to deal with right now. I can hold it down. Fine.
No. You see, Toad turns over. No. You and I know that's not the right answer. Pushing down emotions doesn't make it better. Even if you push them out in an unhealthy way, it's better than pushing them down further and letting them fester and rot. He pokes you like right below the crystal, and that's what causes pain. Is letting it rot. And that's what makes that anger worse. That's what's going to cause you to be a bad person. Don't do that. You're a good person, Tariq. We raised you to be good. Did we not?
Yeah. You
So,
did.
so, you let those emotions flow. Yes, you have bigger fish to fry. We respect the hell out of that. The fact that you've gone out and made something for yourself and you're doing good in the world. We respect that. But you don't push these negative emotions down and tell them they're not coming out. Because that's when you start to hate yourself. That's when you start to hate those around you. And when it outbursts, it becomes worse. Alright? So you let them out. Even if you need to go out and hit something. Go out and hit something. But you don't let them sit and fester. Alright?
Treek hears this last response, takes it in.
What the hell?
That is some loud, like, pro gamer
I'm
tapping. Holy
sorry,
shit.
I have
You're good, Sean.
keyboard.
You're good. I just gotta give you hell.
My what the hell was...
I
There
guess-
is wild magic surges at 13.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
Oh lord.
Jesus Christ!
That's scary.
What are you doing now?
Pet
Petting
it.
all the
Just
animals.
Petting stuff.
So many animals.
Oh my god!
There's so
I was gonna
many
say, I already
animals,
know.
Has
and Mage Hand only lasts 1 minute.
As you were saying, Drake.
No, I think V was saying something.
Oh. This is when you kind of walk and you see just this huddle of people hugging.
the was walking in with mouth open, ready to say something, and has promptly shut up.
Treek will wild shape into a spider, get out of the circle, and unwild shape, look at you and say, "Are you okay?"
Define okay. Are you guys okay? Cause I think that's a little more concerning than what happened to me. But
It's fine. I'll deal with it in a minute. What happened?
it's good. Yeah, fine. And V's gonna start like going around to everybody. You good? Everyone's like, yeah, we're
No,
good, right?
V?
Yeah, you're good.
Look at me.
No, I think I can wait. Everyone's good, right?
V,
We're
Yeah.
V, please, just be honest.
So,
What happened?
I may have misinterpreted something that Ka said to me, and Ka may have threatened Nyaz a little bit, and she may or may not have the sort of magical recording of threatening said occurring.
Are you shitting me?
Are you fucking serious?
Not gonna lie, he did the thing, and he asked me first, and I was like, yeah, I think that's fine. And I didn't expect him to go in that direction. I just didn't, and that's where we're at.
I know,
So
Nas. What did
we
she
got some
give you?
options.
What are the options?
It's mainly two.
I had a feeling.
She's telling us to either get the fuck out of town, you two's included, and pointing to the dads, or she's gonna turn us in and get us all arrested. Or at least not me and Ka, but I guess y'all might be affiliates or some shit. I don't. There's not a lot of law where I come from, so.
She's trying to kick my dads out of town. They're not
Because
advisors.
and them, and they are affiliated with you, and you are affiliated with us.
Now, there is technically a third option. I'm a little worried this might be where Ka's going. He didn't quite mention anything.
Wait, you left him to his own devices after this?
It's not like I left him to his own devices. It's more like I was there, and then he left, and then I tried to de-escalate, and then he was like fiddling around with magic and flew off. I
Speaking
just
of,
wanted
the
to let
Raven
y'all
shows
know what's
up.
I'm gonna glare at the Raven, and I'm going to say in Draconic, you tell Card to get his ass over here. I don't care what you're about to tell me. Go get him, please.
You see, it kind of cocks its head at you, replies Car's message.
Which, in case you...
I remember vividly. I'm still pissed.
Good.
I will say we do technically have other options. Technically, Ka's idea of threat is not entirely invalid. We were, in theory, sent to kill a bitch.
It's
Well,
not
not
that
necessarily
simple
killer.
anymore.
No, and I personally am not on the side of that. However, another idea, perhaps we could try get back the recording thing. She showed me. It's like a little rune thing she got. If we could take that from her, maybe we could kind of negate the leverage she has on us.
Maybe we could shove her in a fairy circle.
Ugh.
Listen, I'm
Shriek-
sorry to bring the bad news. This is
Shriek
what
is
happened.
this close. That you can't see it. My fingers are touching. This close. So you're telling me that we have 48 hours to either do this or get my parents out before they are arrested for something Carr stupidly told Nas?
Closer to like 47 and a half, but yeah, pretty much. Does anyone... This is what we got.
Shriek, without saying a word, leaves the yurt.
I want to follow him, but I have a feeling I shouldn't. I will follow him.
I'm gonna roll stealth because Shriek is trying to get away. Probably gonna fail because stealth is low. That's a 21. Oh shit.
Perception check, Karina.
No, it's still a fail.
I hope because I didn't think I was gonna roll that high.
You did not fail. That is an 8 + 5.
Oh, jeez.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
My
you
dice
luck out.
betrayed me.
And Shriek is gone. You cannot see him.
Fucking hell.
About damn time.
God damn it.
Oh, no.
You wild searches, I leave.
Oh, no.
100. I get all my spell slots back.
Oh,
Damn.
jeez. Okay.
Okay.
That you even used any?
I use
used
larger
mage hand.
juice.
He did.
You did. Fair. Yeah.
All
Luck
right.
out. Shriek is nowhere to be found.
Kay, you know Treek better than anyone. Any idea where he might have gone?
Case not
Or-
there.
Of course he's not! God, look at Smorgy Toad!
He's not there
Any
the
ideas?
entire time.
Treek, what,
Everybody.
your dads would know where you'd normally go, right?
Treek, you
When
still
you
have
need
those
to-
mushrooms growing from you?
No. My dad's cleaned them all off. Let me roll something real quick.
Okay.
Actually, my dads would not. They would know a couple of my locations, but not the location he picked.
Okay, so he tells you a couple. They tell you a couple of his normal locations.
Which, let me just pull up the
Map.
map. Yeah.
So he'll probably won't be at any of those.
I'm gonna check on top of the giant elk.
It's a solid place to look.
That is a very solid place to look. Give me a perception check.
18.
You do not see him. You kind of look around quick. Adorian kind of tries to help you.
Oh, if Adorian's looking around, he's got a +4 to that.
Oh yeah, give it a perception check.
The
17.
deers.
17?
That would have been funny if the deers would have found
He doesn't see anything. He doesn't see any sign of Treek.
Okay.
You see Smork and Toad kind of after a minute leave the yurt, and you see there's a couple people like poking the bubble, but nobody's getting through, and then they see them come out and immediately yeet. You see Smork and Toad head out and start to head up towards where is my map? I just headed up High Top. What's everybody else doing? Other than Card, because I know you're DMing me things. Sean.
We can hear him DMing things.
Look, I can mute myself if I'm just trying to
No,
take
it's
care
fine.
of.
It's just
Why
No,
is your mic
it's
so
inside
close to the
things.
keyboard?
It's not. It's just that
ASMR.
sensitive, and I have the sensitivity turned all the way down. It's wild.
That
That's
is
bad.
insane.
So,
Hey, what are... Oh, go ahead.
she's just like trying to bounce ideas at this point. Like, what the fuck? Unless we find something on her, our only option is to kill her and blame it on somebody else, or fucking yeet.
Well, I think that is our best option. I think our best option is to try to find some dirt on her, or to steal the dirt back on us.
We could have me drink one of the coffees and pretend I wild surged.
She did mention, we might have known this already. She did mention she only wanted the burrows for to plant more shops here, and not that I trusted them to begin with, but like that seems a little weird.
She's trying to spread her influence, and that coffee is part of it. I can guarantee you that.
Ooh, Black Sabbath.
But if we could just, if we could prove that somehow,
That's the thing. Smorg and Toad have already looked into it. Supposedly, there's nothing to it.
there's
But
gotta
I
be
highly
something else.
doubt that. If we could find her place of residence or her main place, we can try to sneak in.
That's my idea. That's the best plan I could come up with, but I don't know what everyone's comfortable with.
I mean, I'll go with you.
Should we kind of just gesture to the vague direction that Treek and the dads have just gone off in?
Drake is angry. He's not gonna think straight. I have a feeling his idea is to kill her. She's too high up in this town to do that, though.
He'll also just make us look worse at this point.
Pretty much.
Out of curiosity, just as the group, who the fuck is still at the yurt?
I think it's just you guys and Therius and
Okay.
Camilla. Unless
I'm in the
Ko has been
market.
Oh, no,
silent.
Kamo's in the
Oh no.
market.
Okay, so it's just the three. Okay, I was just making sure.
Just the three of us.
Just the two of us. We can
It's about
make
to
it
be.
if we try. Kay, what are you doing?
So the crowd has died down.
Yep.
How close can I get to Oz?
Oz is kind of sitting on a rock mediating people, but you can get pretty close.
Within 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I... So I'm going to try to, like, at least see if telepathy goes through with him. Them. Whatever you want to call them.
It does.
Okay.
So you are able to cast telepathy to him.
Just quickly. Oh, okay. And I'll say, I understand it's been quite an eventful day, but would you have room for one more appointment, per se?
You suddenly hear back, the queue, you are 5th in queue to speak to Oz.
Oh dear.
Wow.
About a minute goes by. You are 4th in queue to
Oh my
speak to Oz.
God.
You are 3rd in queue to speak to Oz. Then it goes on for like 5 minutes, and then you hear, you are 2nd in queue.
I'm
Voicemail full.
voice. Oh my
Not
God.
even any hold music.
Oz
Yeah,
here, how can I help you?
Bob.
What was that?
Oz here, how can I help you?
I understand it's been quite the eventful day already, but would he have any possible time to speak?
Who are you?
Kind of like raise his hand in the crowd. Carpathicus.
As you raise your hand like 3 other people do. Who's... You see Oz goes, who's talking to me right now? Like, actually, like, who? If you're not speaking to me currently, put down your hand.
Steps forward.
Like 3 other people try to. Okay, what number am I thinking of? And, you hear he says 3.
Wait for the
Put up
other
those
two
fingers.
to-
And you see the
Those
other
up
2
your fingers.
goes, put up 4 and 5. Alright, you come here.
Party went and rarely just trolling you for.
I kind of half anticipated you doing it.
He wouldn't do that though.
No, Kay wouldn't, but Wiz wanted to.
Oh hell yeah, I did.
Alright,
And
so
so
you
he
go
would
up.
step forward.
Oz brings you up to him. To him, not the dragon. You're with the kid, right?
I am. But this doesn't necessarily concern that at the moment.
Alright, give me a moment. You see he kind of walks over to Zadis. Zadis kind of actually opens his eye, looks at you. You see breeze, heavy steam comes out. And then as the steam starts to billow out, you see he transforms down, walks behind Oz's rock, and motions for you to follow him.
Okay. And I will.
You see there's a small door behind it that he opens up and gestures for you to enter.
Sorry to bother you with the past few days you've had, but you might be able to enlighten me on something.
Possible. You see he closes it behind you, pours himself a drink. Whiskey?
Oh, No, I'm afraid I don't drink that.
It's a nice number after all the dribble I get from some of the tourists, as Oz calls them. He knocks back a shot. So how can I help you?
Understandably so. Is anything able to hear us in here?
No, this is
Outside
within.
forces.
This is within my magic. It's. He points to the walls, which you then realize are green scaled. It's made from my shed scales. Most things cannot get in here unless they come from very deep below, and I have detectors for that.
That's quite reassuring.
I'm glad I can reassure you. Now, what's going on?
With Treek's condition, as it were, you were able to figure out that it was a combination of basically your entire bloodline's, well, blood.
Correct. Sadly.
This could be nothing, but
Something like that is rarely nothing. I think you and I can both agree to that.
it's very true, but this could very well be something.
What's your theory?
Well, nothing concrete outside of circumstances, but if you wouldn't mind humoring me, would you be able to analyze my blood?
I'm not.
I understand it's an abnormal request, but
What specifically is your goal here? 'Cause all I can tell you is the magic of your blood. I can't analyze it and tell you anything special that's not my specialty. If you're looking for something like that, you probably want to talk to my oldest sister. I believe Zariel would be able to help you. She's the one who has all the studying and stuff. She's the intelligent one. She also can see the future, technically, but if you're looking for someone to analyze something like that from a scientific standpoint, that's your goal.
not necessarily a scientific standpoint, more just making sure it's not one of your siblings' blood, to say the least. This is simply just a theory of mine, but, well, I can't necessarily do that for the most part.
He goes, all right, give me something to analyze. See what I can do.
I am. Okay, I do. Okay, we'll take out a vial and put it like underneath where his hand will be. Take off his glove, pull out a small knife, cut a little bit, let it drip into the vial, and pass it over.
You see, he looks at it, breathes just a little bit of fire into the vial. Just so everyone sees what I just rolled.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
It is a natural 20.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Time to die. No.
All
He
right.
accidentally hit you.
The entire place goes up in flames.
So, you see, at first, your blood literally boils to the flame, but then it starts to morph and shifts from the red that it normally is into a myriad of colors. I don't think this is our blood, but someone did use our magic to make you in some way. That's problematic, considering what your associate brought to my attention earlier. And with Tariq also having our magics,
Yes,
this
it
could be a problem.
definitely didn't feel like a coincidence of any sort.
Fate seems to tie you all together. Fates aren't always kind, nor do they work in the ways everyone thinks. He hands you back the vial. So, with that being said, be careful.
I've been careful for a long time. It's a few other 100 years.
Bigger problem may yet arise. And heed your friend's warning. Listen to her closely. She seems to at least know what she's talking about. You might want some more answers from her. I would love them, but I'm a figurehead, we'll call it that. He pours himself another shot, takes it quick. You sure? With a revelation like that, most people would need a hot, stiff drink to get it, to swallow it down with.
Not the most abnormal thing for me, in all honesty. But it's nice to get a confirmed answer every now and again.
You are a strange lot.
I'm fully grasping that these days.
But if you seek further answers, seek my sister to the south. She should be able to help you.
Thank you. And apologies for disturbing your slumber. I'm sure that happens far too frequently.
It's usually a facade. It keeps the imbeciles from drowning me with their questions about, oh, why don't we reproduce anymore? Why are there now 1,000 dragons running the world? Gets droll, to say the least.
Incest in the morning, 97.1.
That's literally what I was just about to make an Alabama joke.
There's a big reason that doesn't happen. You see he opens the door to the outside.
I completely forgot that I muted myself. Wondering why no one.
Oh my god.
Anyways, I'll take my leave.
Why no one's yelling at me?
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting theories.
I'm like over here talking about inbred dragons are drakes, and like no one.
No one's commenting on your joke.
I would like
Oh,
no
the
one
dragon population goes up, but the IQ just goes down.
So literally the state of Alabama.
Each generation has the same number of brains, despite having more individuals.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
I'll feel bad for that joke,
Jesus.
maybe.
Continuing on.
But yeah, he
Switch.
escorts you out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I will leave him be because he's had a hell of a few days.
Yeah, as soon as you leave, Oz kind of tells everybody, sorry, the dragon's done for the evening. Everybody have a good day. He'll take more questions tomorrow, and people kind of begrudgingly grumble away, like, I don't know, I didn't get to answer my question. Why does he get a private audience?
No comment.
So, 1 second.
Nope, someone's gonna die, I guess.
I wouldn't say die.
Well, I mean, that's always the intent, isn't it?
No,
For
not
one person
necessarily.
On a landmine.
Rolls a
I
big
hate
wild
you,
magic
Rob.
surge.
Why is that a thing? Stop
What?
it. We
What?
just posted in memes. Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
I had a carpeted
Oh,
bathroom and that
why?
gives me stress.
Memes.
Rob!
I had a carpeted bathroom and that stresses me out.
Oh my god, I don't want
Oh
No.
God, why?
Anyway,
Robbie,
anyway,
no.
anyway.
No.
I'm scrolling up.
No, no more
Rob, get out of
firsts.
there.
Let's go.
This is actually fun.
No, we should say it's not fun.
If you look carefully, it's not
No.
water, it's like a sheet. So there is no water, it's fine.
God, stop it.
It's all fine.
It's fine.
Actually, the
not
really good
fine.
thing
This
about
is
that is
okay.
that you can tell that it's a CG rendering. It's not actually a picture.
Well,
It
no,
doesn't matter.
it still stresses me.
Okay.
I am stressed anyway.
1 sec.
Is anyone still at the burrows?
Stop plotting.
I'm still
Yeah.
Yes.
The three of us would be.
Oh, you're still there.
Kay's been vibing the entire time.
You would see, would you recognize a Streaks figure walking back towards?
Actually, not yet. I
Oh,
have something
shit.
planned for you, Tariq, while you're
Oh,
while
fuck!
you're in hiding.
You're gonna get
Uh-huh.
mugged by the
Uh,
paparazzi.
Assassinated.
While you are down in your little hidey hole, you
Yeah.
see out from the water appears a Samhain. Kind of looks at you.
A what?
Mer
That
person.
one.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing down here?
That's a very gruff voice for Ariel. But go on.
Not that kind of mer person. The one that looks
Oh,
like
Aquaman.
Merman from.
Got it.
No, more like Merman from He-Man.
When this, yeah, okay. All right, you already know what he looks like, but he looks injured as shit too, and he goes, just sitting here admiring the ocean.
You look like you're having some issues there.
Only a little bit.
You see he kind of
Fine.
swims up, hops up next to you.
Oh boy.
Fish? He literally kind of almost hands you a puffer fish.
I thank you, but no.
More for me. Kind of munches on it. So what brings you down here?
This is just the spot where my parents don't know about, and I like to just sit here with my thoughts.
Well, I mean, if you need to talk, I'm a stranger. I don't know nothing. But if you want to talk, I mean, I might be able to help a little bit.
We all float down here.
I was thinking.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. I there's just a lot going on. My parents have lied to me my entire. Well, it's a small lie, but with how they've raised me, it hurts a lot more than they realize.
I kind of understand that. He continues to bite into the pufferfish. See, my parents originally told me that our people kind of were seen as like mythical beings and stuff, but apparently we're just seen as problematic because we overhunt oceans and such, and so we kind of had to transform what we kind of hunted. But it sounds like yours is a little more personal.
It's,
Why don't you just go talk to him? Why don't you, I mean, communication's key in any kind of a relationship. You sure you don't want to bite?
no, I'm fine.
It's only a little poisonous.
I'm not immune to poisons or resistance, so that would hurt.
Oh, still pretty good. So, what's your plan then?
I don't know. My idiot fucking friend decided to threaten someone in power. So now I have to get my parents out of here in 48 days. Or we have to commit a
Hours.
grand heist. 48 hours, whatever. Or we have to commit a grand heist.
We have 2 months.
You need to do a heist.
Maybe.
You
We have to get
son of a
back.
bitch, I'm in.
We,
Right?
we have to
You
get
kind
back.
of see he tosses the pufferfish back into the water, and you see a small tiger shark comes up and grabs a hold of it. Good boy. So you need to do a heist, eh?
In
I-
some. Wait, shut up. I heard that. Cyrus, god damn it. In some form, we have to get back the evidence that she has against us.
I might be able to help you.
You can?
Possible. You see the tiger shark kind of like nuzzles up to your foot, kind of leaning a little out of the water. Hey, back down! Don't overcrowd him.
He'll kind of just smile, and he'll go to like reach out and pet it, look at his hand, and kind of just retract back into his cloak. What kind of plan do you have?
I don't know. I gotta find the mark first.
The mark? Oh! Sorry. I'm a little disoriented. I would know which main building Naya lives in, right? Or like her main central hub.
You know the building she works out of. You do not know her home.
I know the building she works out of. That's all I know. Could have location to her house as well, which would be weird to have.
So I'm gonna immediately I'm gonna come up with a plan. Do you have people?
Okay.
Do you have people? Do I need to bring my people?
So I have people.
Do you have people to help you, or do I need to bring in my boys?
Kind of just stare into the sunset and go. I have people who would definitely help me.
All right, means you're gonna have to pay me a little less. So hey, works out in your favor. Means I don't have to share with the dumbasses. All right.
Okay.
So, you see the tiger shark pops up. He snaps and it turns into a small tiger cub, and kind of lands in his lap.
Oh.
And he kind of starts petting it. All right, get your people down here, preferably before the end of the night.
Oh, okay. So kind of just get up. Can I get your name, perchance?
Just
Or a nickname of anything?
Just call me
Something I can
Tiger.
call you. I'm okay with that. Works for me. I'll be right back. I'll be back before sunset, Tiger.
all right. I'll try to get what I can. Any information you can on the mark, greatly appreciated.
I tell him everything I know about Naya's and her building.
Her last name's Iplier.
As you start telling him stuff, he's like, "Hey, I meant when you come down with your people."
Oh,
Right.
sorry.
Any
my
like,
bad.
if you can give me building schematics, that'll make it a lot easier. If you can't, it happens. I'll figure it out. Do what you
Okay,
can.
I'll be back, and he'll start heading towards the burrow, and then you would see him heading towards the burrow. The three who are there.
Give me an insight check, quick, Treek.
Sure. It's gonna fail because of how I am right now, but oh, that's a 26. Never mind.
You realized about halfway through him talking to you, he dropped his kind of southern, kind of good boy accent, and it kind of almost felt reassuring to you that he went from fake to very genuine with you.
Okay.
that's actually a really popular to do. Some
Yeah, he'll head towards the burrow, thinking people are there.
So you guys see him arrive at the burrow.
He's kind of like hiding, like he has like his hands up his sleeves. He's like, "Well, I think if we do want to pull a heist, I have a way now."
How did you guess what me and V were talking about?
I'm down for this.
Looks right at V. Call it intuition.
Hey, listen, I'm obvious, but that's all.
Yeah.
I have one question before we do this.
What's up?
What's a heist?
We're gonna steal the evidence back.
Oh, cool.
And steal whatever evidence on her at the process.
Agreed. And I have an ally who can help us.
Allies are dangerous, but I'll trust you.
Are you sure they're an ally? I feel like an ally popping out of nowhere seems a little fishy.
but
I hate you so much. He'll kind of like he'll do like the most gentle smirk at that response. It's funny you should say that. I need to get everybody though.
Oh well, good luck. Got no fucking clue where half of everyone is.
Pretty much.
Great.
I mean, most of us are right here.
Well, that's true. But
The only one we're
If we
missing
can get
is
Car to stand down, that'd be great.
if Carr could just keep his fucking mouth shut, it'd be great.
I think we're only missing 2.
Three. I don't
I was gonna
know
say
anymore.
Camilla is at the market.
Do any of us know where they are?
No.
V would. V actually does not know. Actually, no one knows where they are. Shit. Fuck.
Car went poof. Camilla,
Well, the
I have
Raven-
no idea.
The Raven said the Raven would go get him. I don't know about Kay or Camilla. What time of day is it, Brian?
It's getting to be a little afternoon.
We have time. We just have to meet
So
this
while you're
person.
standing there, you all just see Darius's hair fall out.
There he is. Why are you? Are you?
No,
dead?
don't mention, don't tell him. You'll figure it out. Continue.
Okay. Okay.
That happens sometimes.
Uh,
Magic,
I'm
you
pretty
know?
sure not, but okay.
we just have to go there. We just have to find everybody before sunset. And something tells me I maybe don't want Carr there anyway.
Well, like
Don't
I
know
said,
if-
if you could just stand down, we can do the rest.
True. I at least want to either find Camilla or Kay. I just don't know where they would be.
As this is all happening, and you're doing what you're doing, Car. Your Raven returns to you.
With my message.
Yup.
You're muted if you're talking.
Thank
He is.
you.
After the silence, I kind of figured.
Yeah, I was like,
you
I'm
know
gonna
my
give it like 10
overly
seconds.
verbose ass doesn't know how to not talk.
I had a feeling.
There's a reason
No.
Sean and I have been friends for years. We never know when to shut the fuck up.
And
We
we
know.
always say the same dumb shit.
Yes.
We know.
Continuing. So your Raven comes back
Yeah,
with the
my
message.
Raven comes back with the message, and I'm like, well, I can clearly see that I've upset them. I made this mess. I will figure it out. And I'm gonna go about doing my business while everyone else is doing theirs, because unless there was a specific message aside from, which was, I don't give a fuck, shut up, I don't want to hear it, and get back here now.
No, that was it. That was it.
Yeah, this is something that I've made a mess. I'll fix it.
And I'll use my last form of wild shape to make a familiar as an owl to either go look for Camilla or Kay and see who they can spot first.
Have them give me a perception check.
Actually, because this takes somatic components, anyone paying attention would see that Shriek's hands now have scales on them, and the nails are a little sharper. Perception check.
Do you need some lotion?
You should moisturize more.
Oh, damn it. That's just an 11.
Um,
Find anybody? Huh? Oh, he kind of just like puts his hand back in his sleeve. No, like, listen, don't tell my dads, but he'll kind of pull his shirt down, and the curse has gone from just his chest to across his like upper chest to down his arms to his hands, all in blue scale. It got worse.
Do you know why?
No.
I can
Maybe it was
probably
a-
guess that it's reacting to your emotions.
Maybe.
Either that or
Yes,
it's reacting to the dragon's magic being so close to him earlier.
Also, I feel like something's missing, but I can't place what. But we can deal with that
Missing
later.
now.
Something I used to have is gone. I don't know what it is, but I have a feeling.
That sounds like a fairy stole it.
Maybe. But
I don't know. Do you have it?
Not me.
sure hope you
I'm
don't
not the
have
kind
it.
that steals stuff like that.
But anyway,
I would love to steal someone's ability to lie, though.
as you're doing this, your owl does find Kay on the
Kay,
outskirts of town.
the owl will kind of land on your shoulder and give you like a panicked hop towards the burrow.
He would sigh and then just follow.
Phew. And then as the owl gets into 100 feet, oh, the owl found at least Kay.
You know, we don't need all of us. The others could be our alibi, quote unquote.
I mean, realistically, I don't know much about the heist. I know I'm just going to be able to unlock doors. That's probably going to be the extent of my ability for it. Unless you want things to explode.
Maybe later.
It may have to come to that, but we'll see. And I'll.
Darius perked up when you said that.
I have a feeling.
Only when we give you the okay.
Yes, please.
Okay.
And he'll
And
start.
he'll brush off the rest of his hair that fell out.
Did the merfolk say that meet him at or before?
Before.
He'll take everybody, including Kay, who is now hopefully following them, to where he met the merfolk.
Like just arrives back and is already following the group.
He'll kind of like linger. He'll kind of like linger back towards Kay. Hey, you okay?
Not entirely sure at this point. Might have to take a trip of my own soon.
I was gonna say, Sam, it's kind of hard to lead the way when you head to the back. So everybody, like,
Well, I would have motioned. Okay, I would have motioned with the freaking Kay to come up here then if he did. Never mind.
You'd
Okay,
go.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, you drop back. Everybody else is like, "What the fuck?"
Sorry.
You're leading the way. Where are we going?
Shut up.
You have to go that way.
How?
He'll whisper this last part. You know, you don't have to go alone anywhere.
That can be quite dangerous depending on the weather.
He'll just kind of smile, and he'll kind of just show you how his hand has changed, and says, "I no longer care about danger anymore." He'll kind of give you a weak smile and bring everybody towards the alcove.
So you guys kind of head down, kind of a bit of a difficult terrain getting down the side of the cliffside, heading down in towards the alcove. But you get to the beach and you see a small alcove, and inside you see a Sagwan and a small tiger cub, who you watch as it goes to leap into the water, and he snaps and it turns back into a tiger shark and starts to swim around.
Hello, Tiger. These are the friends I was talking about.
Some of us, anyway.
How y'all doing? So, who's the mock?
Nayaz. Nayaz, you didn't put a last name on the list.
She does not have one.
Nayaz, one of the
I
commando
know
leaders.
Nias.
You know Nayaz? Okay.
I know
That's
her.
the mark.
This is gonna cost you, kid.
How much?
What are we stealing? Let's get the fine details down before we make any price ranges. I want to make sure I know what I'm getting into, whether or not it's possible, whether or not I'm putting my neck out a little further than I need to be.
A recording basically stating from our dumbass that we're threatening her, and if possible, any dirt on her, aka what's in this free samples or her coffee. Anything dirty.
Alright. So, at least the problem is, if you want that kind of information, one of them's probably going to be in her personal abode. One of them's going to be in her place of business. Which one's the priority?
Everyone has the evidence that
That'll probably be her personal abode. Because anything
Yes.
like that, if it's as bad as you say it is, she's probably keeping that to her personal self. Anything pertaining to the samples, that'll be business related. That'll be in her personal office. So,
then personal abode is what we need to target first and prioritize.
doing 2
Oh, where
heists.
is it?
If necessary.
2 heists. I need at least one more of my guys. It's going to double the cost. So,
Well, first, let's see how this first one goes. If it goes rough, we might not need a second. We probably need a second.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
hit-
Something like
hitting
this,
the same person twice is stupid.
especially in
Yeah.
a short period of time. We can't risk
Exactly.
something like that. They'll up security. They'll move stuff around. We can't risk that. We got to
So-
do this. We got to do it at the same time.
If
And we
if you're
can't.
hitting both,
And most
we gotta do
importantly for your
both.
folks.
Exactly.
So, my answer is, if that's the priority, hit that. Because
Okay.
you get caught there, business
So-
goes down, period. That's not an
How
option.
much?
But we get caught sneaking into her business, that's a whole nother animal. Because that's public. Anything we try to steal from her private abode, she's going to keep that private. She's going to keep that under wraps. Go after the business, that's public. That's something that's going to catch up to us, and there's no way you can avoid consequences of that. Got it?
Agreed. Agreed.
So, I'm going to get my ears out there. figure out if I can figure out where her boat is by the end of the night. Knowing who my mark is, I can get that at least.
Okay.
What I need from y'all, except each of you, just give me a rundown of your skills. Most importantly,
I am a cleric druid, mostly a healer. I can make sure we're silent. I can turn into 2 animals for 2 hours. I can enhance someone's stealth.
as you're talking, he points at you. You're staying home.
I'm still away.
You're emotional. That's a problem in situations like this. Yes, your skills are very useful. The problem comes down to, let's say we get caught and she makes a comment. Are you going to stop yourself? Be honest with me.
He'll
Would you
look
be-
towards his. He looks towards his hand. Okay, you're right.
So, you being that emotional, any other situation, I would 100% bring you along. Would greatly appreciate you. In this one, I can already tell you're emotional. You're directly drawn to this. And that's dangerous in something like this. Alright? So
Okay.
I'm going to need you to figure out an alibi for everybody else. Alright? That's your job.
I can do that.
Cool. What about the rest of you?
Well, I can fit into locks and unlock them very easily.
You're absolutely fucking useful.
And if things happen, I can create an explosive distraction.
You are
Or fog cloud.
absolutely irreplaceable. What about you, Dragon Boy?
Which one?
There's one.
There's two. You gotta be specific.
Neither of you. Speak up.
Kay's just absolutely fucking perplexed on what the hell is happening right now. Because he has no fucking context for what's happening.
Long story short, car fucked up.
Oh yeah, we
And
did
there-
neglect to
That
explain
was
that,
fucked
didn't we?
up.
I would be explaining what happened to Kay since I was told I had to stay home. So if I see Kay looks confused, I tell him what's happening as they're talking to me.
He's been visibly perplexed the entire fucking conversation so
So he
far.
looks over at
What?
Evie. What do you got? What are you useful at all? Or are you staying home with?
No, I suppose I'm what you'd call the closest guy who's actually done one of these.
So you got
I should-
experience.
Yeah, I'm probably the most. Has anyone actually done one of these before? Is this just me?
I've stolen
I've
things
done
from
heists
travelers.
around my monastery. Does that count?
Close
What were you
enough.
stealing
Okay.
cookies?
Stealing important information.
Point
I
is
apologize.
that, and I'm also pretty good with some swords. Pretty cut and clean.
All right. What about you? He looks over at you, T. Other than having experience stealing information, what else you good for?
Fighter. And I can sneak.
That's the more important part. I don't need somebody going there throwing fist. Kind of looks over at UV. I need somebody who can get in, get out, make it quick. Only take out who needs to be taken out.
Don't get it twisted. I'm sneaky. I'm probably the sneakiest here, but
Yeah, but when your pitch to me is you're good with swords and all that, you kind of give me the wrong vibe. Because then you're
yeah,
like,
fair enough. It's been a long day.
as I said, I don't need fighters. I need somebody who can get in, get out. The more people we kill, the more eyebrows get raised.
You're right.
So
you're right.
avoid any kind of confrontation. That's the answer to a good heist.
If
What
we can see
about
if there's something that can explode there, just in case.
No.
What?
No, just in case we have to make an explosion. We can blame that.
He looks over at UK.
Let's talk about that later.
What about you, Talkie?
Who are they referring to?
You.
You.
Okay, just making sure. Because we still have Car around, don't we? They haven't
No.
gone
No.
around to him.
No, Car
here.
is not
no,
here.
I am
Car's gonna
in
go
a
do
MIA.
faraway
Oh,
land
right,
doing
right.
stuff. And
He's doing something stupid and gonna get us killed.
I mean, mood. Well, I'm useful with tools, the machinery from time to time, as well as a couple of magical capabilities that could be useful in a pinch sometimes.
Alright, so question. Can you make me a sleep potion?
I could probably conjure one up.
Can you make me something to do fog in case Fairy Boy ain't around?
It's within my realm of speciality.
And can you give me a potion to make it where I don't look like me?
I mean,
So long as I have the materials, that should be easy.
Cool, that's all I need. You don't look like you're the stealthy kind. Get us the materials we need. Work. You're the guy in the van. We'll call it that.
What's a van?
What's a
The
van?
fuck's a van?
I couldn't resist the joke. You're the guy in the tree.
trees are fun.
Not naturally the place I would be, but sure.
Never mind. You don't get it. You're not how do I put this? Worldly, are you?
No, definitely not.
Got it.
You're
Alright.
basically the lookout.
No, he's more the tool guy. He's the one making all the equipment so we can get what we need to get done. He's the key to our bond. If anybody gets that reference, I'm very happy.
James Bond.
One more.
I don't need a cue to break your balls.
Oh my god, I was thinking that, but I didn't think that was
Anyway.
the right reference. God damn it.
Alright, so you give me the materials before the end of the night. We're trying to hit it tonight, we're trying to hit it tomorrow.
Would it be possible to do it tonight, Kay?
I could help you with anything you need, okay?
We'll see what's around.
I do know the burrows like the back of my hand.
And how's the back of your hand looking right now?
Let's not talk about
He
that.
doesn't know it anymore.
I was gonna
That's the
say,
problem.
you wouldn't even recognize it right now.
Listen, we're not. That was rude. It was uncalled for.
Well, it kind of needs an answer.
Listen, the curse isn't. I know my way around the burrow, and most of Omniwood. I know where we can get resources if needed. I may not be able to do the heist, but I can help find shit we need.
That doesn't answer my question. Are we doing it tonight? We're doing it tomorrow.
That depends.
I'll go with wherever you guys want to.
How quick can you make the things we need? Okay.
It shouldn't take too long. I've experimented countless times before, so most of these are fairly basic in my eyes.
Good.
Do we want to do it tonight?
That'll be easy.
I say maybe tonight. She might be feeling cocky after having dealt with the little fucker and his threats.
Well, because either
But we also have to be aware that, you know, she probably noticed that we're all ragtag bunch. So she might have increased security just because she thinks we might pull something.
She might increase it more tomorrow.
I'm with Dreek on this one. I don't think she could pull together extra forces like that, and I think she's feeling way too cocky after what we said to her.
I say tonight is your best option.
All right. Well, meet me over at the Wolf Fountain. All right. Her building's not that. I'll figure out where her home is from there. We'll move from there. That's probably the easiest one for everybody to find. All right.
Isn't there a fountain that shapeshifts you?
There's a couple of them. I don't trust them. You have
Fair
no
enough.
control over what you get turned into. I don't like that.
I mean, I turned him into him on purpose.
It all depends on a bit of luck. I'm not somebody who relies on luck.
He'd
Fair
rather.
enough.
Yeah, he'd rather.
If he has the lucky feet, I'm gonna die after that comment.
I mean, I haven't built the character yet, so very well I might now. Just to be spiteful.
Of course you have.
Alright, so
Alright.
meet me at the Wolf. Bring what we need. Alright?
Got it.
It was time to gear up.
Don't be late. You see, he dives into the water and swims off with the tiger shark. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Woo!
Right.
The fucking feels tonight, Jesus.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Woohoo! I totally didn't cry. Woo!
Darius has been half paying attention to all of this
So,
I am
until,
aware.
you know, we started talking about something interesting like a heist.
valid. That's totally in character for Therius, too.
It is.
So I'm gonna be
Now he's like, we get to do something like this? Hell yeah.
100% honest with everyone. Sam and I had talked about the potential of this earlier. I don't think he was ready for the level I put it at.
No, I was not. I actually
Brian.
cried.
What's up?
We're never ready.
What's up, Rob?
Never mind.
Okay.
I just forgot it.
Okay.
Oh man.
Only I had a transformation potion today instead of
but-
flight.
Yeah, if there's any other questions, Sean, I will continue to DM you. I'll probably do this.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just trying to get my stuff lined up, and then, yeah, I'll wait for the actual, doing things for the next session. But I'm just trying to get the last few
Things tied up.
bits
Yeah, we
taken
can.
care of.
We'll take care of that.
I'm still shook from the fact that it's every single dragon's magic and not just the blue one.
It's like I have evil plans or something.
I know you fucking do, but
It's
still.
like I've had lore built behind all my characters' backstories or something. Like y'all
Really?
gave me little things and
Question mark?
I built off that.
Question mark?
Wiz, you haven't
She's
figured
gonna
it out
just
from here? Spoiler alert, 100%. The only person I don't have a lot of things built off their backstory, and I've been kind of winging it, is Therius.
Well, yeah.
Very appropriately.
Yeah.
Everyone else, I have had plans and have built off what you guys gave me, and have used that to build the worlds. As everyone knows, that's what I do. That's how I like to DM, because then it makes you guys attached to the world.
Which is why I'm scared.
Don't know
Everyone's
why.
scared.
Why would you be scared?
Be fearful.
I'm just
I'm
here for a
fucking-
fun time.
Terrified.
All right, but that's where we're gonna end tonight, guys. Next week we're gonna start finishing the planning for a heist. That I honestly, I should have seen it coming. I should have seen it coming. Well, I did not plan it prior until Carr decided to do that. Honestly, that's when I was like,
Well, you've always
This is
wanted
how it
to
ends.
host a heist.
you're not wrong. I love heist. That's why I wanted to do Waterdeep for the longest time. I will someday do Waterdeep.
I want to be part. I like heist games too, but she can't be part of this. So
Yeah, no, because Tariq, if you guys run into Niaz and she says something, you will kill her. Let's be real.
Totally, 100% actually will.
I know. All right, but that's where we're gonna end tonight. Thank you all for joining me. Sorry, Momo, that everything's going on. Hopefully, once again, your wife's feeling better. I don't even know if you're listening, but in case you watch later. Otherwise, thank you everybody for joining me, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Night, everybody.
Good
Maybe.
night.